Dude, last night I fell asleep at like 5 o'clock in the evening.
It must have been everybody, because I was also dragging ass. Like, I text Dave, we were talking at like 8:45, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to bed. That's rad.
And come on, you son of a bitch. Sure you can kind of tell what it says.
Nice.
Yeah. My dad got this for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like everyone, I was pretty. Typically, I'm like, okay, thank you guys. There's a lot of you who clearly don't know me, but like, pretty good this year. Even stuff that like came out of nowhere, I proved that. Like, my dad got me a book about the Shanghaiers in Astoria.
Oh.
But I'm like, that's super interesting.
That is a cool story too. Like, I've heard a little bit about that. Or them, I should say.
Yeah. Sorry, the YouTube is gonna hate me. I'm all over the place right now. I just finally found the Gorilla Tape so I could put the camera on correctly again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been using Scotch tape and it comes off every week, so I've been having to.
I got some Gorilla Glue duct tape that's pretty fucking solid. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
It's got a little gorilla inside it. Here, I'm gonna call Dave and tell him he's a cunt now.
Okay.
If I call him, it'll really get his attention.
I doubt
or not. Where's Dave? Oh, okay. He's just not the first Dave. Like, my boss's name being David.
I was on a ladder getting lights down, setting up now. 5 minutos. That reminds me, you've seen that movie Surviving Christmas? It's the Christmas one with James Gandolfini and Ben Affleck, and he's like, 3 waters, por favor. He is Consuelos.
Not the table Consuelos.
Please leave your message for 54182900315.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
I told him.
Yeah, you did. I watched all of Shoresy.
It's fucking good.
But LetterKenny, sorry. I finished LetterKenny. Yeah.
I really liked season 2 of Shoresy.
Shoresy's good. LetterKenny, you can tell that they're like, what are we doing? Yeah.
I felt like they've been that way for a little while. Like, I tuned
into
one.
This was like way worse than it ever felt. Like, there was always that. Well, not always. Like, since Dirks arrived, it felt like, what do we do now? And this, like, there's a couple like little wrap up things, and they're like, oh, maybe we should just. You could tell they were like, well, maybe Katie moves to Mexico. I'm not spoiling anything for you. You'll figure it out in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And maybe Wayne moves to fucking Vancouver with Rosie to go rescue dogs. And then, like, it seems like halfway through the season of them writing it, they're like, no, we don't want to do that. Let's just have it just be done. Just that's the end.
The end is that nothing changes and nothing is different.
There's no Michael going to Colorado or Dwight becoming manager. Like, it's just done.
It just kind of stops.
Yeah, Walter doesn't die. Like, it's just over.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's got to be one of the least satisfying endings to a show I've ever seen.
It really just feels like they just said, fuck it, whatever.
They tried to come and do some like full circle moments, but they're minimal.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Especially because it feels like when you know something's going to be the last season, like, I feel like you could try a little harder than that.
Right. And it's not like it's like Game of Thrones where they had planned it out and then they kind of scrapped those plans and cut it down, and we're like, okay, it's going to be the last 2 seasons are going to be 7 episodes and then 6 episodes. But those 6-episode season, or the 6-episode season, is going to be like 1.5 to 2-hour episodes. This is still 30, 35-minute episodes.
Yep.
I think it's
And the thing that I noticed is that the writing changed. It went from a lot like the thing that I really liked about, and this I always feel like a hipster with this sort of shit. The thing I liked about early Letterkenny is that the jokes came at you so fast you had to watch the show over and over.
yeah.
The later seasons, it seemed like they stayed on a joke for so long that you were like, okay, move on. Like you've said that same joke so many times.
Well,
Like,
they've always kind of done that. I feel like,
but not to the same extent. It was it was like they'd make a joke. It'd be more of a repartee, like we're going back and forth at each other. Whereas it changed to scenes where like the hockey players and the gay dudes were in the gym just talking about, oh, maybe we can get your butthole waxed. Oh, well, maybe we can get your butthole serviced.
right.
Oh, well, maybe we can. And it's just, it had a different tenor, a different speed, different meter to it, and it just didn't feel the same to me.
They really, when they started expanding from the main character group, like the core characters, that's when they started changing too. Like you mentioned the gay dudes, like they make an appearance only
Look
to get
who
called
finally
something
shows up. You mentioned
that
gay
you're gonna get a
dudes.
span.
And here
Speaking
he
of gay
is.
dudes.
Speaking of gay dudes, I hear Dave popping buttholes over there.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Can we get some buttholes popping, guy?
buttholes popping is the name of the pre-show.
Can you hear that?
No.
No.
Buttholes
Aw.
popping. That was a Ludacris song off Back from the either Incognito or Back for the First Time.
Isn't that song popping buttholes in the club like a scissor or something?
I think that's how it
No,
goes.
no, it's popping buttholes in the club, then we scissor.
Oh, okay. Yep, yeah, it's that. Yep. Music of my people.
Licking buttholes
Fly like
in the
it.
club.
No, Fly Like a
And we
G6 is
scissor.
what he was doing. I read something today. People were like, "Oh, what's a good vodka?" It was on that More Dudes. What's a good vodka to mix with blah blah blah? And my
Anything.
answer was like, "Yeah, there's no bad vodka.
If you're gonna mix,
mixing,
it doesn't
Mhm.
matter.
Really doesn't matter. Like with
Uh,
whiskeys and stuff, you can fuck those up because it's a sour mash,
Right.
Yeah.
And
The
also, you
vodka.
can fuck it up if you mix something that shouldn't be mixed.
right?
Like if you've got a ball of Blanton's, you don't throw that with some Coke Zero, like my dad once had me thinking he did with my bottle.
Mhm.
He came home from work and he's like, "Hey, that weird bottle with the circle and the little horse on the top, that's really good, like with my Coke Zero." And I'm just like you don't want to get too angry because it's your dad. How many
Right.
bottles of his have I drank randomly?
Right.
And I don't want to get angry. But then he just sees the look on my face. He's like, "No, I'm just fucking with you."
I didn't. Yeah, I did.
I didn't
Like,
do that.
I didn't do that wild
Which I
shit.
still haven't opened that bottle. Like it's in the liquor cabinet. Apparently nothing special in my life ever happens.
Yeah.
Because I did call it my special occasion bottle.
Well, you just need to get blown, and then you can pop in bottles and some ice, then you scissor.
Yeah.
That
I always
makes
thought,
sense.
man, I buy a house, I'll open that bottle. I think I'm just gonna open it on my birthday next year. It's not even a special birthday.
There we go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll get together. We'll all have a glass of Blanton's.
Hey,
That'll
Dave.
be it. That'll be
Dave,
part
you
of it.
wanna have co-birthdays again this year like we used to?
Oh god.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Let's
figure
have a
out something.
co-birthday this year.
Co-birthday.
God.
Let's do something. I can see if I can get a place on the coast or something.
I can see clearly now that Dave is
Like-
gone.
Get a fucking house for 3 days on the
Airbnb?
coast.
An airbend.
Well, I can check the timeshare thing too.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Your birthday is the
12th.
The 12th? Well, you know what's between your birthday and my birthday is the weekend of the 15th and the 16th.
Yep. Okay, I'll get on that.
Boom. Co-birthday, biatch.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'll get a tres leches cake from the Latin
Oh,
panaderia.
shit.
Ooh.
Do it right.
We can do that in a small guava cake.
Okay.
This
Yep.
guy and his fucking guava
Dude, I haven't had
cakes.
guava cake yet in like years. I keep talking about how amazing it is,
I
and then
know.
Make a
everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, is
Mm.
it amazing? We never had any."
You know, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna be like, this isn't that great.
I feel like if you said that, I would want to fight. Because I've said it's great so many times and I've gotten
Right.
so excited about it that if someone was like, I'd be like, them's fighting. Like, we are now dueling.
It's really funny.
Dueling.
It's really funny that like, because that is something that Bailey would do. Just
Right.
like
Right.
Bailey would be like,
Mm.
yeah, whatever.
Right.
Cake kind of sucks, actually.
I'm in that one little hefty.
Little
Hefty,
frenzy.
hefty, wimpy.
No, I'm gonna get the Kool-Aid pourer out.
Yep.
I've
I'm trying
got
to remix it.
whiskey ginger here.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty good. Whiskey beer mixed with
the old whiskey soulless, huh?
yeah, the old, it's a Woodenville. I sent it. Oh, you weren't in that one. This Woodenville whiskey. It's not bad.
Good stuff. I like it.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't play the part where you showed how good it was, because somebody mentioned that. They're like, well, where's the taste test?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, well,
It's-
tasted it,
I
and
started,
I
I
tested
started
it.
swirling it.
Ben's like, well, we're waiting.
All right, here.
You got to get the music going for him.
Man. I didn't know that they just turned June into LGBTQ month.
right?
Wait, what?
It's a whole
That
month
was-
now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The whole month.
They did that last year too.
Okay.
June used to be
Whatever.
cool because it was my birthday month and the Pacific Islander month.
Mm.
Yeah, now they
And-
moved you guys to like April.
Yeah, I got to share my day with the gays.
Mm. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's everything wrong with that.
Oh.
You don't need a whole month.
Yeah, it's like when a white girl has her birthday.
A week, the week birthday or birthday week or birthday month.
Birthday month. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it's my birthday.
There's
Bitch,
only
it's been-
one girl that I have ever let didn't bother me, but she also had like great tits.
Hmm.
So like it's like that's dumb, but you got great boobies.
But you
So-
got great cans.
Yep, and that I mean, guys are pretty simple. They'll put up with a lot of shit
Oh yeah.
if you're worth looking at.
That's pretty tasty.
Mhm.
Oh fuck! I realized I wasn't
Mhm.
recording any of that. God damn it!
Well, technically, you are recording it because it's being
Well,
recorded.
Robin's recording it.
It's there.
I mean, you can access it.
All right, here we go. We're gonna
Mhm.
act like an influencer, and that was the first time.
Oh, take two.
Take 2, part 1.
Two take Jake. Oh.
No, this is no, that doesn't happen because the first take was
This
never
is the
taken.
first take.
That was a
But,
practice
uh,
one.
That was a
there you
practice
go.
take.
Mhm.
Hey,
Right.
Jake, how is that whiskey? You can't hear me.
It's pretty tasty.
I think you did that backwards.
I think you did it backwards, Dave.
I always do
Hey,
it backwards.
Hey, does
Don't call me
Louisville
old
suck?
backwards Dave for nothing.
Because USC is beating them right now, and
Is what?
Louisville.
Yeah. What's
Oh,
the score?
Kernville?
It looks. I think it's. I can't tell. It's 35, either 25 or 28. 28
Well, hell.
in the fourth quarter. SC's ahead. They're up by 2 scores at half.
I need to yell at my kids real quick.
I'm really pissed off that who is it? UCLA got Notre Dame for a bowl game.
No,
Isn't it?
OSU.
OSU, yeah,
Notre Dame.
OSU got Notre Dame for a bowl game, and we get fucking Liberty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, The Liberty thing I've known about. I just saw yesterday that OSU got Notre Dame, and I got fucking pissed.
It's because they're not very good. Neither of them.
Yeah, but isn't Notre Dame higher ranked than Liberty?
Yeah.
Notre Dame like 16?
But
Like
Liberty's the
Liberty,
way it
Liberty.
goes though is that you got to have the highest ranked group of 5 team gets an automatic berth in one of the New Year's 6 bowl games.
It's
So-
stupid.
So yeah, I mean, like there are years when it makes sense. This isn't one of them.
Right.
Like, yeah, they're undefeated, but okay.
are they trying to pull a UCF? We're undefeated.
No, that's Florida State. They were like, we're just gonna give ourselves a
Yeah.
national championship.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, dude, did you see that 20 of their starters or 20 players are deciding not to play?
Yeah.
Like I get being pissed off that you got snubbed. I completely understand that. I get it. Also, like shit happens in life. Don't be a bitch about it.
Right.
Like that. Like right now, all I'm thinking is you're a bunch of fucking bitches.
Auburn got jobbed super hard that one year, and they didn't they complained about it once and they moved on.
Yeah.
Oregon got jobbed in 01, and we just beat the hell out of Colorado.
Mhm.
Like we just went out on the field and beat people. That's all you
Yeah.
could. You want to prove your point? Go out on the field and beat somebody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that Florida State completely sucked for like the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
They were
Yeah.
absolute garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
they
they,
fucking win
it all
some
together.
games this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly we
Yeah.
deserve to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We
But
won
like,
a Power
again,
Five.
I get it. Be
we
upset.
beat Syracuse on the road.
But life sucks. Life sucks. It gets harder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Calm down. Like you think this is the worst thing that's gonna ever happen to you? Give me 15, 20 more years. Let's talk then. Shit happens.
Man, if I'd won the national championship, then I would have ended up in the NFL. But
Oh.
Mhm.
SC just scored again.
Well, there goes my parlay. I had Louisville and Notre Dame.
Oof.
Well,
Well.
speaking of Notre Dame, speaking of Oregon State,
Fuck them.
we got a new kicker.
Yeah,
at
we did.
University of Oregon.
Wait, did
Oregon
the,
took Oregon State's kicker.
Yeah. Oregon State's kicker entered the transfer portal and came to U of O.
Yeah, he was the second team Pac-12 kicker last year.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was a finalist for the Groza Award.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yep.
So
I think he went 13 for 14 this season.
Yeah, their three most
Dang.
effective their 4 most effective players: the quarterback gone, the backup quarterback gone, running back gone, or no, running back's still there.
Yeah,
Pardon
running
me.
back's still there. He's just
Um,
suspended.
No, they unsuspended him because they
Then they resuspended him.
did they? I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
You can't resuspend.
Yeah, they're like,
unsuspend.
okay, he's
That's double
suspended.
jeopardy.
Then they're like, okay, suspension's over. And then they're like, no, resuspended.
They triple stamped a double stamp.
Yeah, he's on double secret probation.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking double jeopardy right there.
He got double jeopardied.
Yeah.
Tight end is gone.
I'm
kicker's
not playing
gone.
next year for 200, Alex.
Yeah. There was somebody, like one of their running backs left. And then they
don't
backed
care.
it up with I don't know why I'm talking about Mountain West football.
Because
Last time we talked about Mountain West football, we were saying Boise's not a state.
That's true.
Yeah, we're gonna get to show them again this upcoming season. We're gonna finally fucking figure it out.
No, we traded that.
No, we have Boise. We traded Texas Tech we gave Texas Tech to Wazoo, and we put Boise in the.
Oh,
Texas
is that
Tech
what
slot.
ended up happening?
Yeah.
Is it next year's game then?
Is
We
what
had
next?
we had 3 Boise State games scheduled. And
No, it's. I thought it was 2 and 3 years is what the requirement was.
maybe.
I thought, yeah, because that was the whole thing. Like they had to play Boise State twice in 3 years to not break a big contract, and that was where the conflict with Oregon State was coming in. But then they had to find an opponent for Texas Tech because they were abandoning Texas Tech for the home and home that they had with them. And so then they're like, well, how about you play Washington State, who doesn't have anybody to play? And Texas Tech was like, all right,
You guys have the same fucking offense. It'll be fine.
yeah, like just have fun. It'll be like a scrimmage. You guys basically wear the same colors too,
Right?
So.
You guys remember Mike Leach came to your school and taught you guys how to football, and then you guys just didn't change from that? Both of you guys?
So either
Never.
one of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hired new
That's-
coaches and they're like, hey, You know what we should do?
Same shit.
Let's
We
run that air
should do
raid.
that pirate shit. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do the air raid shit some more.
Like, hey, you know what the kids really responded to? Mike Leach. Let's do more Mike Leach.
Yeah.
See, God, that fucking guy. He was funny.
He was so smart, dude. He was so far ahead of the game. I will say this till the day I die. Like, every minute he spent discussing which mascot would win in a fight.
That's what I was thinking of.
Mhm.
He didn't have to talk about breaking down a cover 2
Yeah.
defense or what are you going to do to stop
Mhm.
USC's running game. The guy was playing chess, and every fucking sucker in the media just wanted to have their question go viral. That was their whole focus. If my question can go viral, my Twitter will blow up. Meanwhile, he's just sitting there having the world's easiest media day.
Yeah.
Suckers. He played everybody.
Mhm.
Yep. Got him good.
Got him good fuck face.
Got you good, you fucker.
Dave, how far behind on LetterKenny are you?
Like a season.
Oh, okay.
Is there a new season?
Yeah,
The
it just came
final.
out yesterday.
The
last season.
final.
Wait, no. Okay, so I think I watched the last season. 'Cause I thought the last new season last year was supposed to be the last season.
You did?
That's what I thought.
Huh.
So I think I watched that one, but I want to rewatch it to double check.
I mean, it's only 6 episodes, so
Yeah.
you're not out a whole lot if you
Mhm.
watch it.
Yep.
You can watch an entire season in like 2.5 hours.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Sausage.
I just caught up
My
on
balls was hot.
For All Mankind.
What's
I
that?
was like, that was that show I talked about last week about the space and the
And the week
Russians.
before.
Was it the week before?
And the week
Oh, okay.
before.
Yeah.
Have I been watching that long? I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably
looking forward to the breakdown of Rebel Moon. I'll just say that because
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's not great, and so I want to hear Robin's perspective because Robin generally likes most things.
That's true.
Yep.
I thought of that when I was thinking about that show.
I should have rewatched it because I also thought of that, like breaking it down.
What's the other thing I was going to talk about?
We'll get into that later.
That Godzilla show. Like,
Oh shit! What's that
Yep.
on?
Apple,
Apple TV.
Who's our Apple hookup?
Alex.
us,
God damn it!
Alex.
Yeah.
I thought it
Sorry.
was
Least
Alicia.
reliable hookup.
We
That's
have it through Alicia, but then we have to go through Alicia to get Jake in it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just use Alex, our least reliable plug.
He's pretty good about texting back about that stuff. Like when I needed, you just got to get a hold of him first because you have to do like one of those 5-minute verification things.
Oh,
you have to,
yeah.
you got to get the code and, or he'll get a message that'll be like, hey, somebody is trying to use your Apple TV. Do
And
you
he'll
want
be
to
like-
allow that? Is that you? Like,
And if he's not active, he won't care because
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
in Arizona.
wait, is he in Arizona?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's where he lives now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Since
absolutely.
when?
A little while ago, like a couple months.
How
I
does he
guess.
work at the U of O in Arizona?
He doesn't.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Does it all the time.
Life comes at you pretty fast, man.
Never let them know your next move, Alex.
Yeah. Apparently, if he doesn't if he doesn't make any decisions, he doesn't ever have to let anybody know what his next move is.
Oh, that's true. What's in Arizona?
I don't know. Fucking methamphetamines and scorpions.
thought that
Stairs and
was-
queers, and he ain't got
I
horns.
thought that was New
Like West
Mexico.
Texas.
So what's the difference?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know if I care enough to go bleep out your from last week.
I don't think you did.
No, I know I didn't, but I'm saying like go back because I messaged him the other day.
Mhm.
Mm.
Saw that.
Yeah, you could just
So-
stop saying it.
Also 24.
Never. I will
24
never.
or 20.
I hadn't said it in a while because I had forgotten.
He's so that he forgot about it. I already got to go in and fucking do it, so I'll just mark twice. Times
Do you have the That's Funny bell? Hell yeah, Batman.
two. Yeah, I set it next to my headphones, so when I grabbed my headphones, it went like that, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
I've been doing that thing all week where like I remembered a grievance and then I'd forget it and then it would like pop up in my head again and I'd be like, God damn it! And I wouldn't write it
I already
down.
started my new list.
I added one because it wasn't yet Festivus. And
That's
then
true.
and then well, I mean it is now. It's past Festivus now,
Yep.
but I added Activision and Call of Duty because I'm fucking mad at them for making
You can just talk.
DMZ.
You can just talk about that because I mean it's been bad. I saw your TikTok the other day. I could feel the anger coming off of that. The black screen one.
Oh my god, dude, that I was so
all right,
fucking
man.
pissed at that. God damn it!
Are you ready for good
These
show?
people.
Hey,
Cool.
yeah.
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And you might recognize him from showing up late to everything he goes to. Is Dave.
D-K-D.
Was that like RVD? I wasn't looking.
Yeah, he hit the
Oh, I
Hit
did.
it.
triple spot.
Anyways, I think I wanted to put this out there for today's show.
Ladies, if you're listening,
No, this is
listen
not
up.
for the ladies. That's absolutely not.
Fellas,
for the
listen
ladies. This is
closely.
actually, yeah. You don't
You
always.
always.
It's only matters to a few people, but today, and I don't usually, I don't really care when people die, normally, that I don't know personally. But today, Gaston Glock passed away at the age of 94.
No one
Robin's
shoots
laughing.
like Gaston, and hoots like Gaston.
But I saw that and I was like, man, I didn't know he was still alive.
Hey, here's the old
Here's
Gaston Glock.
Born in 1929 Austria, so most likely he was Hitler's youth. And speaking of Hitler's Hitler's youth, we got our blonde-haired, blue-eyed co-host. It's Robin.
Goddamn right I am. Blue eyes. But I'm wearing my sunglasses because
Hair's not as blonde as it used to
I'm
be.
tired. I got a headache. What? And my kid's got blonde hair, and I noticed hers is starting to get dark yesterday. I was like, hey, Riv, your hair is turning to be the color of mine. And she's like, yes, genetics. Take that, Mom. And I was like,
Yeah.
goddamn right.
Get out of
Anyway.
your job of the slut.
Oh, yeah, greatest Christmas ornament ever.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I keep playing the button, hoping the bird will start doing the. My mom goes, if that fucking bird starts doing that, I'm gonna kick your ass. And I was like, you can't kick anything anymore. Anyway, bringing it back around, it's that guy who's here every week on time, sometimes starting the call, the hoop snake known as Jake.
It's me,
touching
one
tips.
take Jake, back in the saddle again. You know, sometimes I like to start the call and leave the camera on the floor so Robin can go on an adventure of where the fuck is this camera at today?
That's true.
And I found the gorilla tape, so hopefully it'll stick on there. I'm still doing a little minor adjustments here and there.
You should do a podcast where you do like the ceiling challenge from TikTok, but you don't shake your ass like a chick.
What's the
What's the
ceiling,
ceiling
challenge?
challenge?
You haven't
James,
seen
give us
that
some
one?
joke.
Chicks are putting like taping their phones to the ceiling and then twerking, so you see the back shot view.
I'm a big fan. Big
Yeah,
fan.
Go ahead and talk for a minute.
Anyways, we're gonna be
Hey.
busy for the next couple of minutes or so. Later, folks.
So Netflix came out with this movie that we've been excited about for a while, Rebel
Mhm.
Moon.
Rebel, if you're
Dave
French.
goes, "What do you think?" And I go,
I'll tell
"Ask
you
me
later.
on the show."
Because I
Dave?
think, huh?
Why don't you
Hey,
tell me what you thought?
So would you? I keep leaning in like this and getting out of picture because my mic's over here. But why don't you tell me a little bit about Rebel Moon, and we can
I'm just
spin off that a
waiting.
little bit.
I'm just waiting for it to get good.
Yeah.
As you guys said in the pre-show, I like most things, and I kept sitting there going, "It's gonna start being good anytime soon, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Francis is in there as the bad guy. And then you got that fucking Sons of Anarchy kid with actually an accent that I felt fit.
Yeah, right. Like that, it fit him.
I was like, oh, hey, look at that. He
Like, stop
doesn't
pretending.
sound shitty. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'll allow that.
Yep.
The chick is kind of badass. I enjoyed the near rapes.
Yeah.
That was interesting because I was, when they said it was going to be like a Star Wars but more gritty or whatever the fuck it was supposed to be, I was like, oh, this is what they meant. They're going to have
Rape
the
is a thing.
Nazis. Like that was one of the other things. I was like, wait, can we just not completely steal the whole Nazi look?
Yeah, right. Like, I did notice that when they first show the bad guys, I can't remember what they're called, but whatever. They first show the bad guys, and
Nazis.
I was like, oh, they're going straight Nazi. They're
Space
like,
Nazis.
Yeah, space Nazis. They're going
Nazis.
straight Star Wars. And I wonder if part of that was him being like, hey, fuck you. I wanted to make a Star Wars and you told me I couldn't. So space Nazis.
That makes sense. I could see that. But like also the stormtroopers, also SS, weren't racist. Like I feel like those guys on the movie were kind of racist on Rebel Moon. Not necessarily to where you would pick it up because everybody was white, I think.
Can we also, just as an aside, like the term Mando, that definitely sounds like a slur. Like,
does it?
Like, I don't know, like, yeah, get out of here, Mando.
I don't know. It sounds pretty Star Warsy to me.
Yeah, I also feel like that could also be a context thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I hate fucking Mandos.
Hey, what's up, Mando? Cool.
That's
the
my
fuck
Mando
are you doing
over
in
there.
here, Mando?
Who the fuck said
Wide
that
nose,
shit?
breathing in all the white man's air, Mando. Like, that turns a racist.
There was definitely
that
some
was
racism
very
there.
racist.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard
if
it.
you call him Manda, it's different.
What if he's a Mandur?
Oh god.
A salamander.
A Sally, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so the space Nazis very like on the nose. I felt like that was
exactly
very on the nose,
Too
like
on the nose.
like mix it up, like yeah. But I mean, a lot of content has made space Nazi kind of things. Like there's that video game.
But how often have they shown up in the Nazi uniform?
Right, there he was. Yeah, again, I'm trying to make some sort of
he's like 2 steps away from Christoph Waltz.
Yeah.
And that's Waltzes are 3 steps, so that's weird.
So he's just taking one whole step.
One step off.
One whole step is the name of the episode. Oh, the puns. There's levels to that one.
It's like an onion. I wasn't okay, so I've been pretty vocal about this. When you have a superhero that all of a sudden is badass, I don't like it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was okay.
Like from 0 to 100? Like suddenly badass?
Yeah, suddenly badass. Okay. I feel like they put enough backstory into the main character chick that I wasn't pissed off. Like I wasn't irritated that.
Right.
Like you want a motherfucker to go to Dagobah and try to lift the X-wing out of the bog.
Yeah, like I want you to go through some struggles to become a badass. Whereas her, like you don't learn it right away, but you learn it later into the movie. You're like, oh, okay, that's why she's a badass. Like I get why she's a like she's already had years of training, years of fucking.
It's Zack Snyder trying to make it cool. Like he's like, hey, if I tell you this way, you'll think I'm storytelling. Yeah. No, you're just an asshole. Like
no, it's all memory reflections of why she knows what she knows.
Yeah.
I feel like Zack Snyder is like the AEW of superhero movies, where he's like, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it different. And I'm going to do it hardcore and edgy. And you'll never know what I'm going to do. And it's called long-term storytelling. You have to watch all 11 movies to get it.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well, that was definitely one thing I felt about this movie was like you said, I kept expecting it to be good.
Yeah.
As I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, something needs to happen. Like, make some shit happen. And then I was like, oh, wait. Part 2 is coming out in February or something, or April.
April, yeah.
Like, they're already saying, hey, there's going to be a part 2.
Right.
So it's like, well,
but
shit.
Who cares?
Not a whole lot's going to happen.
See,
Like, this is a setup movie. This is that filler episode Word.
No,
this
it's the
whole
first
this
half
whole
of a story is what it
movie
is.
thing needs to stop.
It's because
Yeah.
it's such a long fucking story. Well, then make it episodic or something else, but don't fucking toy with me with a 4-month break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that much. I'll end up watching the second part, but it's not like I'm gonna be waiting.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna have to
don't
tell
feel like
me
I'm
it came out.
Yeah.
Was Desolation of Smog really this successful that they realized that they could just make movies in multiple parts and just sell them to us?
Maybe. I think it was like Endgame and Infinity War is what did it.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
they're like, oh, they made $1 billion off of each part. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, there were 19 parts that led up to those two movies.
There's a lot of people not realizing that there's a 10-year run up.
Right.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of flops in that 10-year. Like they don't think about that. Like Marvel toyed with it and did shit, and then at the end made a ton of fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a lot of people are just like, oh, like DC.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna compress 10 years of fucking work.
Oh yeah, we watched Aquaman too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also,
Robin and I went to Aquaman.
How was Aquaman 2 also?
Again, because I can watch most things and just enjoy them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It was
I thought
good.
It was fun.
I liked it more than I liked Rebel Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the question: how far into Black Adam did you get?
I finished that. I liked that movie.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I didn't get to the first dialogue.
Yeah. I enjoyed
was
it.
Like 20 minutes in.
When I can separate what I know about Black Adam and the fact that they're doing a Rock movie, when I separate those two things in my mind, I enjoyed it as far as just a movie.
Yeah.
But as far as a Black Adam piece of content, I was like, yo, you sped this up too quick to make him the anti-hero because it's The Rock.
They really
like
but connecting it to Shazam though, in my head, like having watched Shazam a few times, like I don't know, it didn't seem that wild. Yeah.
Jake and I are like,
exactly. Yeah.
We will wobblehead time.
We will wobble like
bobblehead Dave and Jake over there.
Like I don't know enough to argue with you.
Yeah, basically, like I didn't watch a whole movie, so I can't argue at all. But like there was a point when we were like 20 minutes in, Jen and I looked at each other like, do you have any idea what's going on? Like, what's happening?
Did you watch Shazam?
Kind of.
No.
I think I was doing it.
Yeah, maybe go back and watch that.
Look at me, I do it on a regular basis.
And then,
fuck you.
And then watch African American Adam.
Mm-hmm.
No. Watch in that order. And then maybe watch the second Shazam and be like, oh, this is not as good.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't as good. I didn't like this.
And the fact that Helen Mirren is in a superhero movie, I was just confusing. Like, stop.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Like, why? Why did you go for Helen Mirren? And Helen Mirren, why did you take this role? You're Helen Mirren.
Because she's Russian.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess she also did Red.
Wait, what'd you say, Jake? Why are you muted?
He's not muted. He's just.
I was muted because I thought I was about to sneeze and then I didn't. So why is she in such a hurry?
Ha! Because she's European
Russian.
And Finnish. There's some jokes in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
You say.
God damn it.
No, that's my line. You can't say that.
What about What If? Did you watch any of that?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to watch that. I started loading Disney and it asked me to log in again. So
that's a barrier.
Gone too far.
Yep, I've gone too far, and I meant to send you a message, Robin. Because it was yours that was on.
It's the same password as before, I think.
I thought I tried it, but I'll run it again.
It's not the standard password.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different one that's on a pair of shoes that I have.
Yeah. And this hey, I know exactly. Okay, I know the password. This delicate network of who has what login is so funny.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I get my Paramount Plus from Dave,
Right.
Mhm.
And then I get TNT and TBS from Jake because we don't have that. And then I don't know who has our HBO.
I think
Me.
I have it. I have
Wait.
HBO.
I have HBO too, so I'm not sure whose that is.
Who knows?
I get
Nobody
HBO
knows.
through AT&T, so I
Same.
don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I get my Apple from Alicia, who's
Yep.
completely across the country.
Like she lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Hulu. Yeah, we have the Hulu bundle.
Yeah, I do too. And that's
Mhm.
where Bales gets his Hulu and or no, he just uses it for ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Because
I also yeah.
I have regular Hulu through my phone through T-Mobile. So. Oh, speaking of T-Mobile, have you heard about this thing T-Mobile? Like, if you send like what they consider bad text starting February of 2024, like they can charge you on your bill.
That's
like
a
what?
bad text.
Like if your text has anything racial, about guns, about murder.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of my
And
text.
I looked into it because I was like, no way, this is not real. I looked into it. It's an actual thing.
How?
Like I can't remember what they're calling it, but it's like a language fine or something like that. Like they'll actually start charging people extra.
You can't do that. That's
Yeah, right.
not how
So
this works.
I'm waiting
It's the
to
wrong
find,
country.
waiting to see because I have T-Mobile, and I'm like, well, we'll see how this goes because
They'll get
I don't
sued.
have the money to
Somebody
start paying
will
you.
sue them.
Maybe I'll sue them. They don't have the money to pay
Well,
them.
you'll probably get. What's going to happen is there's going to be a class action lawsuit,
Mhm.
and they're
Mhm.
going to end up paying you. So
Yeah.
just say what you're going to say.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of absurd because it almost directly flies in the face of this weird thing that we've had for a little while called
I think it like starts
the
with the one.
Constitution.
Starts with the one, I think.
The number
First
number
Amendment.
one.
Yeah, and the number one.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about the number one?
Yeah.
And maybe their argument is going to be, well, if you don't like it, then don't be a part of our company. And I think people are going to be like, okay.
Later.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
also you saying that Sprint bought T-Mobile, so maybe they're just
Ooh.
trying to kill off T-Mobile. You
That
know
would
what I
make
mean?
sense.
Mm-hmm. Because last time I was in there, when I was looking at those portable
Did Sprint buy
Wi-Fi
T-Mobile or
things,
did T-Mobile buy Sprint?
I'm pretty sure Sprint bought T-Mobile.
Because I
don't
had
remember.
Sprint, and then all of a sudden I had T-Mobile, so I'm pretty sure T-Mobile bought Sprint.
Well, maybe T-Mobile is trying to commit suicide.
It's not Sprint Park; it's T-Mobile Park.
For now.
Yeah, it'll be Crypto Park here real soon.
All right.
How is crypto still a thing? Like, I feel like nobody ever uses it, and it just sits there for people to buy and trade.
It had its COVID blossom where some suckers spent a bunch of money buying some, and now they're just like, where'd all my money go?
I got some
suckers.
weird ones.
Those
I have
fucking
$2. Like, let me look at my
Hey,
Robinhood.
my Dogecoin is back where it used to be.
My let's see, year to date.
Is this where we all find out that we're accidental millionaires?
I'm making decent money right now. My Invesco QQQ is up $1.50.
Ew.
GoPro's down almost everything. It got boned. Dutch Bros is ass. Bitcoin's been making a comeback. I'm only down. I had $2 into it. I now have $1.50.
Ew.
So, but I have TKO, which used to be WWE. That's up 75 cents.
Nice.
I've got a fifth of a share of that.
I haven't logged in for so long that I have to re-log into all my shit.
Yeah, GoPro took a bath.
Yeah.
Like, which is surprising because I thought like I bought it at 10. Now it's down to like 4.
Wow. I had Disney stock when it was at like $200, and then it started going down. Once it got to like 175, I'm like, well, I'm not doing this anymore. I only had like $10 worth, so I sold it. And now Disney is down to $90. That's not good.
No. Well, they're getting drugged down right now by ESPN, which is crazy because there was a period of time where ESPN was their biggest moneymaker.
Right.
And now ESPN's costing money. And we talk a lot about this whole NIL thing, and things are going to get really interesting if ESPN doesn't have the money to pay the next set of TV contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And because this bubble can't last. Like, we can't keep paying these kids this type of money. Like,
Well, the schools aren't paying the
right, but
kids.
after a while, there's only one national champion every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how many people, like Texas A&M is a great example. Like, how many years are they going to abide dumping money into this program if it's not producing a winner?
They're just going to keep dumping money until they win.
Well,
And that may not end. Or these guys, it's all old oil money, so that might
Yeah.
just disappear.
It might just evaporate like the oil.
Could.
I drink it up.
I actually have money.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
that?
It took me a while. I was like, oh, I might want to cash that out, but also at the same time, I haven't touched it in 2 years, so I might want to just leave it.
So I just looked at GoPro. Did you say how much it was?
Yeah, it's like $340.
$3.49 a share. That's crazy. Because yeah, like you said, it was at 10. I think I saw it at 13.
I think I bought it at like $8.50. Yeah,
What
now
about
it's
the old Amazon thing?
Where's that?
Or no,
at?
not Amazon, the AMC.
It's down to $6.22.
Yeah. I've got no money there. I spent.
Dang.
You diamond handed it too hard. Now it's back to coal.
Yep.
See,
Also,
I made money
also,
on that.
this was also when I was in Washington and I was making really good money.
Mhm.
Like, all this money is just throwaway money to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the whole don't invest what you can't lose kind of thing.
Yeah, so I got a whole $20 into it.
I was bored and I just threw some money at it.
Yeah.
I think overall, this is just a random guess because I haven't looked at the numbers. I think I spent about $2,500 on crypto and stocks and stuff like that while I was up there. And
Yeah.
that's really like one paycheck up there when I was working. So
Yep. Ow.
So wait, we were making roughly the same money, but you were in jail, and I just feel like I'm in jail.
Yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
I also had $500 a month rent. I'm single with no kids, dude. That was
You had silly Billy
yeah, I
money.
had silly Billy money. Like when the whole shot thing came down and a bunch of people took the shot to keep their jobs. Like, that's why I was like, I get it. Like, you've got a mortgage, you got a wife, you got kids. For me, it was just like, fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. Like,
I hear Rage Against the Machine.
Fuck you,
over
I
there.
won't do what you tell me.
Exactly.
And that's really what it was. I was like, yeah, I can afford to not take this job.
Yeah.
Take this job and shove it.
Do I miss
Shovel
making
it.
that much money? At this point, as a broke ass college student, yes.
It's overrated.
Yeah. Money's okay.
But I was also in Washington and rarely got to come down and hang out for actual cool stuff.
Yeah.
Can relate.
Yeah, that was like.
But then
Son.
again, Jake, you got a wife and kids. That's a completely different story.
It's true. Got a whole set of responsibilities to put aside.
There's a couple of them.
I had something, I lost it just 2 seconds ago. I hate it when that happens. Because I'm like, all right, I got this queued up, and then Dave said something. I responded to that, and I lost it.
We're talking about crypto and disposable.
No, I'm not going to find it that way.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's life.
That's life.
On top in April, shot down in May.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, I watched another movie today too. I saw
it's a movie day for Robin over here.
I saw that one that they were advertising at all the Duck games.
Oh, Migration.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw your Facebook post about it.
And there's like previews, and they do like a
regular movie,
8-minute little short, and I was like, that's a guy from the Despicable Me world. This is not Disney. Then the movie starts, and I'm like, no, yeah, right. I didn't realize it because I was like, I just assumed if the Ducks are going to do something, it's going to be with Disney, because we literally had Disney on our gloves this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they're like, no. Illumination. But I found out the name of that,
Afghanistan animation.
right? You know that
Johnny
littler
Chimpo.
duck that they had?
Yeah.
Her name is Gwen. Now we know.
Gwen Mallard.
Gwen Mallard. I had
Gwen
no
Mallard.
idea.
Picked
Not
that up
not
from
related
the
to Wesley.
yeah, I picked that up from the commercial, because when she's flying and she has to poop, the mom's like, "Gwen Mallard, just do it while you fly."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that.
I saw that commercial like once and I didn't pick up on it. The one I see the most is where they're singing the "I Love You Always and Forever" song.
Always and
I love you
forever.
always, forever, near and far. That song.
Oh, yeah, it's like
It's-
a vacation
mostly-
or something.
It's mostly on fucking like TikTok and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that a commercial for? Do you know?
It's for the migration song, migration movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that commercial at all.
Yeah, I've not either.
It popped up a bunch of times. I'm gonna send it to you guys next time I see it.
Talking about things that popped up and
Yeah.
we didn't realize. So Robin sent
Boner
me
pills.
this meme the other day of a Squirtle playing a saxophone to the tune of
Oh.
doot 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 doot. And I was like, and he sent it to me. I'm like, he sent that to me for a reason, and I recognized this, I felt like I mentally responded to LOL, but I didn't want to say LOL if I didn't really get it. So I was sitting there, I was thinking about it for a long time, and then today it struck me out of nowhere. I was a strike of inspiration. I was like, Eureka! I found it. It's the saxophone pen that Robin got me. Makes the same song as this fucking Squirtle on the saxophone.
I'm trying to find the. It was on TikTok, right?
When does Eurovision happen? Do you guys that sounds completely random, but that saxophone.
Yeah, I'm
beat,
American.
That's from Eurovision.
Did you see
Oh,
that
is it?
movie?
Yeah.
I
I
did.
didn't know Eurovision was an
The
actual
Will
thing.
Ferrell movie.
Yeah, it was really funny.
I thought
It
it
was
was
pretty
I
funny.
thought that was just they made it up for that movie.
Nope.
No,
real thing.
Eurovision is an actual thing.
That's where they got the whole idea for "Show me what you've got."
Dave has not gotten that far in
I
Rick
don't
and
know.
Morty.
Nope, I have not.
That's like season 1.
I don't remember it then.
Even Riv knows what that's from, because she used to sing the song that Rick would do. She'd be like, "Take a dump on the
Swifty,
floor."
take a shit on the
Yeah,
floor.
Swifty. Yep. But yeah, so that saxophone thing is from Eurovision, because I saw a video the other day and it says, "Oh, you've never heard songs from Eurovision?" And so it played a bunch of people singing during Eurovision, and I guess they're supposed to be like popular songs. And I was like, I still haven't heard any songs from Eurovision.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure
And then
some
the
of them
saxophone
maybe got
comes
on the radio.
along.
Yeah, the saxophone came on, and I was like, yes, I remember that. I got PTSD.
One. There's one.
Yeah, there's one. Because that's what, for I don't know how long, Mike would bust into my room with that playing on his computer to wake me up, because that was when I wasn't working and I didn't have to wake up for shit. And he would wake me up at noon with this fucking saxophone, man. 12-hour loop.
I like it.
And did it work? Did it get you out of bed?
Yeah, you like begrudgingly, I got out of bed.
Get out of bed, grab yourself a bottle.
pretty
USC
much.
won. Wow.
Who are they playing? Oh, Louisville.
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 Who came out of Louisville?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. That's right. All right.
Lamar,
Samuel-
don't call me Samuel L.
Lamar.
Jackson.
Jake? Did I send that to you? That text about Lamar Jackson and Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson?
You definitely sent it to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it was both of us.
Because I was watching the Ravens and I was like, God damn, he looks like a young Sam Jackson.
Like, I'll be throwing the
Yeah, you sent it
motherfucking
to both of
ball
us.
down the motherfucking field.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfucking blitzes on the motherfucking third down.
Man, they fucking smacked the. Oh, I almost said a word I'm not supposed to. Something about the Niners. It starts with an F and rhymes with
Yeah.
maggot.
Yeah, they They beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, maggots.
Speaking of, can we talk about the Chiefs' downfall?
Oh,
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened to them? They are
Like,
not good.
They're
Yeah.
not good in a big way, and
Mhm.
in the sense that like they've got no one to catch the damn ball, and they got no one to play defense, and they're falling apart in all the most fun ways.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least this last game, the right tackle didn't get a false start. I didn't get 3 false start calls on him
One in a row.
because every game like they're so bad that my mom, who has a bunch of Chief stuff, was like, "Well, I'm looking for a new team next year." Like
Get her to the Dolphins.
she openly admits that she is a Fairweather fan because she's like,
Hmm.
I've got no stock in these teams.
Right.
Like, I'm a Fairweather fan. I want to watch winners.
Yeah.
She's like, I may be looking for a new team to watch. So I hope
Yeah.
you guys didn't spend a whole lot of money on all this Chief shit you bought me.
Have her follow Tyreek Hill, and then she'll be like, "Oh, hey, I remember him."
He
Yep.
just catches the ball all the time.
Mhm.
And then you get to watch Mike McDaniel.
And I love Mike McDaniel.
He's pretty entertaining. Have you
He's
been
fun.
watching Hard Knocks?
No,
You
I
need to
think
at least
I
watch
didn't
last
real-
week's because
I think I
it's
didn't
after
realize
them
that the Dolphins
losing.
were the Hard Knocks this year
Yeah,
because I've never watched Hard Knocks.
yeah.
They're the midseason Hard Knocks. They're not.
Because
the-
I watched the preseason one.
Okay, because they do the in-season. Is that what they're calling it? The in-season Hard Knocks?
I don't know
with
that
the
they're
Dolphins?
calling it anything. I think we're just
Oh.
calling it that. Like,
Okay, well, I'm calling it that.
Yeah.
I did notice that they have the Dolphins on there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start watching this because Mike McDaniel is fucking hilarious.
it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining than the Jets were, and the Jets weren't even that bad.
Mhm. Oh yeah, because I wanted to watch the Jets one because, Aaron Rodgers was there.
Mhm. And then he played one
Mhm.
play, 2
Did you
plays,
s-
whatever it was.
Did you
you
see what he?
You go first. I
No,
got
you-
something with that.
Okay. Did you see the Aaron Rodgers what he said about getting activated?
I don't know.
So because remember he got activated off of the IR,
Right.
and he's just like, there's no reason for me to not be on the IR. Like he was quoted as saying, he's like, I called the owner, whatever his name is, and was like, you should not take me off the IR. Like keep me on the IR the rest of the season,
Right.
because there's no point in me being activated. Which
Yeah,
is right.
What are you gonna have me do? Come in as an emergency third quarterback?
Yeah.
I think he did it just to see if he would come back. Like, oh, you're on the roster. But in the end, you just screwed some dude off of a fucking roster spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going into the playoffs, which you weren't gonna be part of.
They're not doing
Mhm.
that. They're not doing
Yeah.
that in New York this year.
Yeah.
So one thing I saw with Aaron Rodgers is like there was a bet like that went out. I think it was on DraftKings, and it was Aaron Rodgers over under half a yard passing. And it was one of those like, because at the beginning of football season, a lot of sports books will do things to like give you free bets.
Yeah.
Like they'll do things like no Super Bowl champion has ever lost by more than 41 points, and the Chiefs are playing the Houston Texans. So here's the Chiefs plus 41. Enjoy. And so they did that for Aaron Rodgers over under half a yard, and so everyone took the over because it's a free bet.
Right.
And then he went out of the game with no yards, and everybody's like,
Who the
what?
fuck said that shit?
I think they had to go back and do make goods for everybody, give them free bets because they're like this was intended to be a free win for everybody.
Right.
But
This
we
is-
accidentally jobbed everybody in the world.
Meanwhile,
This is
Aaron
where I
Rodgers'
wish I had that-
Achilles is like, fuck you guys.
Right. Where you could do the Back to the Future and have the Marty McFly fucking sports almanac.
Right.
And be like,
I'm gonna take
Aaron,
the under.
I'm gonna take Aaron Rodgers under a half a yard and see how much money you get.
That would be an interesting one because it was probably like you were gonna have to bet like $1,000 to win $1, like
Mhm.
something like that.
Right? Like
And then you would have
that-
had to wait it until the end of the season to get it.
Yeah.
If you get the under, because at any time,
he could
especially
come
now
back.
since they put him on, did they just dump mayonnaise on Lincoln Riley?
I hope so.
Is it the Duke's Mayo Bowl? Then
No,
they may have.
because that
Is
was
some
West
bitch over
Virginia.
there screaming at him?
No,
Boomer
it's
Sooner.
the holiday. Maybe they did hollandaise sauce because
For
the
the
players are
hollandaise
stupid.
bowl.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's sweeter.
Gross.
I don't know what they dumped on him, but fuck that guy. Dump everything on him.
Semen.
I hope so.
God
All
damn.
right. I gotta go take a leak. I'll be
I
right
wish
back.
you would.
I've been drinking too much.
Oh hey.
You should drink more.
Well, hey, these people.
These people, they
Wait,
could be
no,
anywhere in
wait.
the world.
He's like, wait, what? What? Oh, when he gets back, I'm gonna ask him. Well, he probably doesn't know. I'm gonna be like, can you ask your dad why there was no eggnog in any stores on Christmas Eve? Because his dad works on Quad Dairy.
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
disappointed.
I still have a little bit of my quart left, and I had some of it the other day, but like I think it might be time to just pitch it because I'm done. Christmas is over.
See, I bought more out of spite because I was like, I didn't get any on Christmas because I had enough that I would have been fine. But then I was like, oh, I'll just drink it and then get more when I go pick up Riv. And then I go
Wrong.
to stores and stores and stores, and nobody had. I can't remember where I got. Oh, I got it at Ray's, and it's like some not Umpqua brand.
Right. Just
Like,
like fucking Mike's eggnog.
God damn it, Mike.
Hey.
Coming out of the blur. Wait. Oh, how does that line go?
He's got something here.
And now looking hot and coming to the stage. Welcome back, Dave.
Welcome back, Dave.
Now, what is that
Yes.
line? It's from that Adam Sandler movie, Donnie. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
What is the line though? And now
Looking
looking
hot.
hot. What is the fucking line? Now I gotta find it.
Yeah.
Line.
Line. Lemon face. Ah.
Anyway,
Oh, come
Dave.
down, DMX.
Ooh.
Dave, why was there no eggnog at any of the stores on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Is this a joke?
No,
or
it's
are you
not a
asking
joke.
me?
No,
We
not
wanna
a
know
joke.
why.
I need to know. I need answers. Ask your dad.
No, I should ask Billy. He's a manager now.
Fucking Billy?
Billy.
Son of a bitch.
Billy is he just got a promotion and he fucking hates it.
He can manage these nuts.
I had him come out to the shop to look at some sites for his AR. He got 3 phone calls while he was there. So he was supposed to come look at some and take off. He was there for an hour and a half because 3 times he gets phone calls. And he looks at me, he says, I should have never taken this promotion.
Yeah. And now looking hot and ignoring doctor's orders.
There it
Welcome
is.
Dave to the stage. I didn't even
Yeah.
find it. I just was looking through my phone for things and it popped into my
Yep.
head.
Looking hot and ignoring doctor's orders.
Please welcome Amber.
Amber.
That actually is fitting because I haven't taken any medication in a while. I should probably do that so that I can
Oh.
use my legs.
Yeah, that would probably be helpful.
Yep.
Uh,
I just
I
haven't
had-
ordered anymore.
I had a moment during the holidays where it's like you fear for your life for a
Oh,
moment.
yeah?
The old hollandaise.
The old hollandaise. Well, I laid down after a day of dealing with the family for Christmas, and I had pulsative tinnitus. And I'm
Oh.
like, what is this? Let me Google this.
You turn into Jack Skellington. You're like, what's this? What's this? My
Yeah,
hands can't feel like
There's
thing.
bleeding in my ear. What's this? What's this? There's pounding everywhere. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no big deal. You probably just have like a tumor or something.
Oh.
It's not the tumor.
What are the other options? Potentially you have high blood pressure. Like, I will accept that because
makes sense.
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but like, oh, you got such high blood pressure that you're just like,
It was from dealing with my dad.
It was the holidays.
Yeah, it was the holidays. My dad was doing this thing like I finally told Jim, like, you see why I can't stand whistling in the house. Because no one's talking and my dad will just sit there and
My favorite part is nobody listening heard that.
good. I'm glad.
nope.
That's what you need is some
Yeah.
fucking noise canceling headphones.
But yeah, it's just he just whistles. He doesn't whistle a tune. He doesn't whistle any sort of scale.
Whistle
Just-
while you twerk over there.
Yeah.
Just fucking notes one after the other, just for no reason whatsoever. No, if you were to whistle
I just
that, I'd
ima-
be more accepting.
I just imagined Jake's dad, hands on knees, looking back at you, whistling while he twerks.
Oh, my favorite thought was while we were doing all this, I thought about our old band teacher, and he probably would just look over and be like, "Can you at least do a fucking song?" Like,
Oh, Lloyd?
Yeah.
yeah,
Lloyd? Hey, folks.
Lloyd on Christmas.
Lloyd on Christmas.
Lloyd on Christmas is the name of this episode.
You know,
Yep.
it took me almost 20 years of being out of school to call him Lloyd.
I won't. I still won't.
Like, I'll say it to you, but remember he gave me those tickets to that Ducks game?
Yeah.
And the whole time it was like, oh, thanks, Mr. Smith. I appreciate it, Mr. Smith. Like, his wife was like, oh, is Mrs. Smith inside? He's like, hey, like, I'm Lloyd. And I was like, nah, like, we haven't, nah, you're Mr. Smith.
Nope. The only
Because,
Lloyd
like-
I know is Christmas.
Right? Because I've got cousins that have gone out and, like, had drinks with him and stuff like that.
Right.
And
I
I'm
got
like,
cousins, man.
y'all hung out with Mr. Smith? They're like, yeah, Lloyd was. I was like, who? You mean Mr. Smith?
Like, no, Lloyd.
Like
Ugh.
I am a grown ass adult, kind of, in age. And I will see him and I'm still like, it's Mr. Smith. Like, it doesn't, like, it's not Lloyd in my head.
Right. Lloyd in my head.
I can't think like of any teachers. It's weird because I have one teacher that I from high school who I talk to. I don't say regularly. It's not like we're friends, but now that I can actually text everybody, he was one of the people who I couldn't receive messages from, so I can actually text him now. But if I were to see one of my teachers, I think there's only one or two who I would go with the Mrs. route, and that's because they were old when I was in high school, so they're fucking ancient now.
Mhm.
See, I think I grew up in an age when almost everybody was also just called just by their last name, like except for Mr. Smith. So like the teachers that I've also worked with, like Mike Kaiser, I just call him Kaiser. Like I
Mhm.
just,
Yeah.
and that's
Kaiser.
not a Nazi thing. It's just Kaiser.
Desperado de- I don't-
Boy,
I don't know how
you
to
think
speak
you have a
German.
problem with that guy? We ought to get check out
Well, I'll
this
tell
guy.
ya.
He sure is on a roll.
I don't know why that made me think of the episode names from Letterkenny.
Hmm.
So the last season, I'm gonna read you the names because they're kind of fun. Live at Modine's, like you can guess what these things are, even what the episode's about. Like they have comedy, stand-up comedy. They do stand-up comedy. The next one is called Sun Darts, which is not really.
That makes me think of Smoking in the Sun.
Yeah, so they wanted to write a country song.
Okay.
The Skids decided, hey, we're gonna make a country song.
Smoking in Sun
I'm a-
Darts.
I'm a D-Gen, which that one I was like, okay, I don't know what that episode's about, but I'm guessing somebody's a D-Gen.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Snooters, I got
Oh,
excited. I was like, whoa, hold up now.
Snooters or Hooters, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you get-
actually in the episode.
see,
Snooters and Hooters.
if you've watched the show and the
Mhm.
name comes up, you can have an
Mhm.
idea of what's going on.
Stuck, and then Over and Out. So like Stuck is probably the only one you don't know what it's about, but I told you in the pre-show that it kind of feels like they're like, oh, should we move on? Stuck makes sense. And then
Yeah.
Over and Out, it's just over.
And out.
They gone.
What were the Shoresy names? Because I feel like those were pretty good too.
Let's look 'em
Well,
up.
isn't Shoresy season 2 of Shoresy's coming out soon, right?
It has already.
It already came out. Yeah, it came out in the
Goddamn.
summer.
I need to get on the old Hulus.
Yeah.
It's pretty good too.
Let's see. Sure.
They don't hate to lose.
We'll never lose again.
No, not a lemonades. I do enjoy that my drink show has been my show drink show.
Your drink show.
My show drink has become lemonade and vodkas.
All right. Season 2 episode names from Shoresy. Get 'em focused. I bet you can figure out what that is.
Mhm.
Skill versus will. Again, set the tone. What do you think is
Mhm.
going to happen? They're going to fight somebody at the start?
Yep.
Probably. Players only? Probably a meeting because things aren't going great.
Mhm.
The man advantage. Okay, that's again, you got to have one that doesn't make sense. And then accountability. Like, what do you think's going on?
But you see, because I've seen it, I
Because
know what the
you've
man
seen it.
advantage is
Right.
about.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
I really want to watch Shorzy again because I really wanted to see him flirt with that reporter more.
Oh, that'd be so good to you.
Like those parts are like
Those
that's it
clips
from
are so good.
like those like yeah.
Yeah.
Like those parts are fucking golden.
Yeah. No, the show is pretty good. Like I would say it's equally, if not better than LetterKenny was from the first couple seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a question of what are they going to do now, because Jared Kesso is talented. Like, he's a writer, he's been an actor on other things, not just Letterkenny and Shorzy. Like, he's been he has a cop show apparently, which is apparently really good.
Yeah.
So
as far as Canadian TV goes,
like, he's got a future. Squirrely Dan's got stand up. He can go do that. Outside of that, I mean, the chicks are hot. They'll be fine.
The funniest thing is Mrs. McMurray is the one who's on more stuff than any of them.
Yeah.
And the hockey chicks. I've seen them on a bunch of stuff.
I feel like just get a bunch of models to
I like
be the
how
hockey chicks.
Jonesy and Riley are just purely always in hockey shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were in the Mighty Ducks series. Both of them were there. And then they were both, or I always get Riley or Jonesy. The brown haired one was in Goon.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, and Goon, Daryl was in Goon too.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was the Swedish goalie in Goon.
Fucking dairy.
Fucking dairy.
I'm a DJ.
Don't touch my fucking Percocet. And do you have any fucking Percocet?
Yeah.
I think I have that sound recorded on my phone.
Remember when you used to be able to turn sounds into your ringtones?
Yeah, that was a shit,
still do.
man.
Oh wait, Robin figured out a way.
Yeah.
You can still do that.
My buddy Aaron, after the first time he heard the buffoon, he set the buffoon as his ringtone. And all of a sudden, we're sitting at my dad's house, and all of a sudden his phone goes off. It's just, I've got a big fucking boner right now.
It's awesome. I got a snake, man.
His slithers this way and that.
One time we fed him some beer, man. There you go.
Yeah, we wouldn't encourage that here.
Speaking of Mang,
Seton Hall University.
have you seen the whole all the Kang? How they want
I've seen all sorts of stuff.
Everyone's talking all this slang.
Ah,
hey Mang.
we should have brought some wooangs.
Wooing.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna have some wooings today and show you guys before the show.
Well, you're gonna have some actual wooings.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you found a place that has wooings around you?
I was just gonna make my own. It was
Oh.
gonna look like it. I have time.
I'm gonna look up on Grubhub and see if I can find a wooings around me.
Yeah, there's got to be. Where is the place that does those? Maybe it's
they're one of those like parasite kitchens that
ghost kitchen.
The old pop-ups.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want wooings. Wooings. 5 O's, I think. 5
I can go
O's.
for some wings. I'm hungry.
I had little C's earlier.
Mm.
No wooings around me.
I had this soup that my mom made and had bananas in it.
Banana soup?
Yep. That's weird. No, it's not a banana soup.
That sounds Filipino.
Yeah, like it's like the most Asian soup I've ever had.
It's made with fucking bananas and grass.
It was
Your
basically
dad-
bok choy and fucking beef and yeah. My dad
It's
was.
what's for dinner.
Well, I keep trying to start it, and you keep saying more. He posted something about somebody stealing the lights off of your mom's thing.
Hey,
but he said a word or two words that I didn't understand.
He said cur.
Yeah.
One of them.
What the
That's
fuck
a
is
dog.
that?
That's a dog.
But he said dog right after that. He said cur dog.
So
Well, it's repetitive.
So like
then.
a dog.
It's like ATM machine.
I had to bitch at River. She said ATM machine yesterday. I was like, hey, the M is
Her,
Yeah.
her's
So
a fucking
anyways,
vaudeville insult.
I know that no one's listening. But
I was wondering, did he mean like Nick in front of that?
No.
no.
No. Oh.
We've got a number of homeless folks that live in this town, and it was funny because I had some aunt and uncle come over, and my folks are talking and I'm talking, like we're naming our homeless people by name.
Oh, jeez.
Like first and last name, we know their cousins, we know their family and stuff like that.
Like fingernail guy.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but you know who I'm talking about
Yeah, I
when
know
I
who you're
say
talking about.
that.
Fingernail guy.
So anyway, this is a guy, he's Indian, but he's dot.
Feather
or dot.
Feather, he's dot.
He was gonna
But
say.
they call in town, he's named Indian Bill. Right? It's such a small town. Like this is
the Canyonville thing.
It's like Indian Bill, and because we call him Indian Bill because he's not native Indian, he's Indian.
Right. Not
And
native Bill. That's a different guy.
Yeah, native Bill's a different guy.
Right? Like
native Bill has a job.
My cousin is.
No,
we're sitting there and we're hearing them be like, "Oh yeah, like Indian Bill's got that little dog. He's not homeless, but he's got a cousin who is." And we're just like, can you say Indian Bill this many times before it becomes like a thing? Like you shouldn't say that.
I thought the Indian Bill was after I go and eat at the Indian place.
Right? Like
Indian Bill.
Like I gotta pay you money now.
If you get the Indian Bill, you have to pay the hooker extra.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But anyways, some piece of shit low life. I'm pretty pissed about this too.
Yeah, Dog.
So my mom, who's got a little food trailer in town, she serves food. Really small. She doesn't make a whole lot of money. Some fucking piece of shit stole all of her Christmas lights because she went up there. She took the time to put Christmas lights up around and make it look nice for the holidays. Some fucking cunt. And I hope they rot in a fucking ditch.
Fucking cur dogs.
Because like you just stole from a small business.
Right.
Like you piece of fucking all right. Like we're gonna move on because I can get really fucking angry about.
Does she have cameras up at all?
Asian hate.
No
cameras.
Like it's one of those things that we've been talking about putting up.
Like before I even opened my doors, I would have had cameras, but
yeah,
I'm not as trusting.
Yeah, and they should have, but it wasn't in. I guess it wasn't in the budget.
It wasn't a priority.
Like
right,
because it's Canyonville, Oregon. You didn't
Right.
think there'd be some asshole that would do some shit.
Crime doesn't happen there.
See, my thought is it's kids that are fucking bored on Christmas break. Like, I doubt it was even the fucking homeless. Because, like, we used to steal shit just because we were fucking bored.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that was my first thought. And I was like, man,
yeah,
sucks.
That's true. But there's been other stuff that's happened.
Right.
And this is like the nail in the coffin. That's like, oh, we're putting up cameras.
Do you work tomorrow?
Yeah.
When don't you?
Nerd.
Sunday.
Well, Sunday, let's go drive around and look for bums with new Christmas lights.
Right. But
it'll be a fun game.
The other glorious thing about living in a small town, my dad called the mayor.
Which is your cousin.
Yeah, which happens to be his cousin.
New lights like that.
I say which happens to be his cousin, but this is like the third time it's been his cousin.
Is it all the same cousin?
No, not the same, different ones. Well, actually, we actually just
there's a lot of cousining going on here.
We just had the ex-mayor at our house just an hour ago.
Bigwigs over here.
Bigwigs. I have dinner with the mayor like on a regular basis. The mayor makes me cakes. But anyways,
are they that kind you like though? Like that you keep talking about, guava or whatever?
Mango cake?
No, not that quite. But like other American classics, like
booty.
Pecan.
American cake.
Pecan's
a pie.
Yeah, it's a pie, dude.
Whatever.
No, not whatever.
Whatever. He's been drinking.
Yeah, me too. What's your excuse?
We had that conversation.
I just told you he's been drinking.
I'm more of a pie guy than a cake guy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Like I would rather like I love cake. But if it's my birthday, like if you want to make me a blackberry cobbler or something like that, I'll
Why
take
does it
that
gotta
over
be
that.
black?
Because I want to own it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Ah, curse.
But anyways, we called the local pawn shops and everybody, because it's a small town and we can get a hold of everybody. Be like, hey, if you notice any homeless people with some fucking new lights, let us know.
Oh, we should make flyers. Be like, hey, which one of these fucking bums has new Christmas lights?
All 3 of them. Which one of you?
Because like literally, we can go find all of them.
I know where
It's not
they
like
all
they
live.
move much.
I have no problem letting you pull a gun on them.
I have no problem with letting
Dave,
You
give
see
me
how
your
I
knife.
worded that?
Yeah. Barry, you just sidestep the law that way.
I can't get in trouble. I was just
That's
driving. You
that's
wouldn't
some
arrest a
serious
guy just for
Manson.
selling another guy drugs.
I feel
That's
like
some
we've
serious
all been
Charles Manson
sidestepping the
shit
law
there.
for a minute.
I didn't shoot him. He shot him.
Helter Skelter over here.
I was
Helter
just
Skelter
there.
Christmas lights.
It's a helter skelter Christmas.
I'm not eating anybody unless she's hot.
Yeah, because I like pie.
I love pie.
I prefer the cake in this case.
There's a cake in a case?
Well, it depends.
It's a very special cake. It's a very special cake.
It's a very special case and a very special cake.
Oh my god. Is it hot in here?
And no, it's just me.
Oh yeah.
No, that's just your blood pressure.
Oh no, that's high.
That's what it sounds like.
Hold on. Let me get a real one.
Oh dude, I got a fucking bloody nose yesterday, which I didn't know I still got bloody noses.
Well, that'll happen.
Like I
I
haven't had any fun candies or anything like that, and I just blew my nose, and I was like, hey, that feels. God damn it!
You're like, that feels wet. Why?
Yeah, that was weird. And
it's been a while since you've done that.
It's been a long time. Like I don't remember last time I had an actual bloody nose.
15. No, maybe like 12 years ago.
Maybe. Glad you're keeping track, because I have no idea.
Yeah, Dave keeping track of everyone's
Dave's
bloody
like,
noses.
hold on, let me check my chart.
Well,
here.
I think when we lived together, it happened once, and you were also surprised that it happened.
I've been around. It happened when you were in Corvallis a lot. I blame the water.
That's
It has been pretty dry, like out, like here in my house.
Yeah,
that could be it.
Well,
dry out my nose and sinuses.
It's been a really weirdly warm and dry December. Here.
I noticed I've been wearing shorts almost every day, and I was like, why am I still wearing shorts in December? Oh, because it's 55 degrees out.
Yeah, like it's not cold here.
It's 55 here now. It's gonna drop down back into the 30s next week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It makes me wonder if we're just gonna have like a longer cold season, like January, February. Is going to get real fucking cold and icy and cold, wet.
Oh, I just realized this is our last episode of the year.
It sure is.
And then we have
our last 3 minutes.
We also have a bowl game this weekend.
We sure do. Kind of.
And we're 10 episodes away from episode 316.
Wow.
What?
That's a lot to take in.
There's many things.
So that's what she said. It's a lot to take in.
Just taking it all in.
Rain, 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 rain. And then we're down in the 40s and the 30s. Yeah.
We have, our lowest high for the next week and a half is 48, 49.
Yeah, we're staying warm as shit, dude.
And then
I got 47.
We have a low of 36 over those days. So, yeah, it's been pretty warm.
I've got cloud cover for the next few days, so it's going to keep it warm, which is nice.
Well, even rain-wise, we haven't been hitting, like, it doesn't seem like it's not been a lot. Like, when it is raining here, it's light.
Yeah.
It's not heavy, like usually what you would expect.
Like the weekend after Thanksgiving, it fucking poured. And then
that atmospheric river bullshit?
Yes. That
Yeah.
was it.
Well, like literally since Thanksgiving, we had 3 days where it came down hard.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And this
Yeah,
has been Weather
yeah.
Talk with Mike.
Yeah.
hmm
Welcome to.
And now
Welcome.
we're going to check in with our Blackie weather forecast.
It's going
Molly?
right.
It's going to rain.
Thank
Hold
you,
on,
Molly.
I'm gonna stick a thermometer up your butt and see how warm it is.
That's not, no, that's a Navy thing.
KAJE.
It's,
WNBC.
WNBC. Well, you know, these people,
hey!
they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. They could have been at WNBC. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube for the whole schmeal deal. You can watch the pre-show and hear us kind of warm up and get into the mode, get into the groove. It's a good time. It's fun.
Absolutely. Make sure that you send some butthole pictures to our Instagram page.
I mean, that's what Instagram is for. I've seen so many buttholes I wasn't meant to see.
That's
But-
like Twitter.
For this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Go Ducks!
Good night. Go Ducks.
Hey!
Yeah, fuck the flames.
There's a
Oh,
light.
hey.
I put the flames out.
Yeah, flame out.
Is this a hockey thing?
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.